Hey girls, welcome back! Okay, so since Destiny's last tea video, Amber has responded to questions about it on her Instagram and we're gonna take a look at those answers right now. If you aren't interested in her response, go ahead and skip to about the 6-minute mark and I'll meet you there. Alright girls, let's get into it. Are you watching Destiny and has she lied at all in the tea videos? Yes, she has lied. What did Destiny lie about in particular? There's no way I'm getting into it on Instagram. As much as it hurts, I internally struggled with accepting that she's even doing this, but I accepted it if she was only going to tell the truth and I was gonna leave it be, but her new video tonight shows that her memory is either effed or she's flat out lying and knows it. I'm honestly disgusted. Amber, did you really hit Destiny's mom? I'm in shock, to be honest. No, I did not. I'm effing shocked she would say that, after all the time her and I talked about that incident even while friends. It literally makes me sick to my stomach that she would lie about that, and knowing people will believe anything that gaslighting cheater says. At this point I'm pissed because she's not telling her side, she's literally just lying, and that's not effing right. Sorry Amber, I shouldn't have doubted you. The video was awful. This whole thing just effing hurts. When she no longer needed me and my money, this is what she does. She is the very reason I'll forever have trust issues. Destiny said you have no respect for anyone. At this point, I might have to make my own video. Or should I make 47 parts and milk it for all it's worth like my exes? I believe you 100%, don't silence yourself anymore, you don't deserve this at all. I just didn't want to do this. I don't want this BS on my channel. I'm trying so hard to improve my life, but for an ex who used to call me quote money bags and get pissed when I couldn't give her money, to be flat out lying about me makes me wanna effing rage, no joke. Her sharing things like the shower stuff is her trying to hurt me, because how the F is that her story? It's not, it's mine. Just proves her intentions are in a bad place. She's gross and needs to stop being so obsessed with me. So don't give in and play into it. Destiny wants you to rage and come back at her for views and money. But her flat-out lying isn't cool. The things she's honest about is far from almost a decade ago when I was in my early 20s, and people can't seem to separate that Amberlynn with this Amberlynn. Destiny is obsessed with me, even admitting to watching reaction channels about me every day. It's effing creepy, and all of this came out of nowhere. I was accepting it for what it was until the lies began. I mean this in a nice way, but please try to let go of what people think of you, you know your truth. You're right, I do. I'm done talking about Destiny for tonight, this whole situation honestly just hurts a lot. It's odd she'd rather talk about you than her current fiancé. It's obsessive and money hungry. She finally saw me happy. People who love and support you will believe you, and you deserve to share your story with them. Don't be silenced. I'm just really hurt and confused right now. I've made a lot of progress in who I am as a person, and having this cheating liar trigger memories for me is causing massive anxiety on my end. What is the most annoying habit someone can have? Constantly trying to one-up you, or thinking their opinion about everything is right, or trying to be opposite of you about everything. As a supporter, I need to know, was the Code Red incident true? Some of it was, some of it wasn't. I never threatened and I never threw anything. This is something Destiny and I would always bicker about even while friends. She swore up and down that it happened, and I swear up and down that it didn't. I know myself, I know who I am, I don't threaten and I don't get violent. What is true was me not wanting her to leave, because that was around the time I was struggling horrible with anxiety, our address got doxed, and I wasn't medicated. I didn't want to be home alone because I was scared. There was no argument though. What do you think of the thumbnails Destiny is making of you on her videos? It says everything it needs to say. Good night everyone. Now remember those messages that Amber sent to Destiny a couple weeks ago? and how Destiny blurred them and put them up on her community tab. Well, it looks like someone has done some detective work and Wipegate on Instagram posted the unblurred messages for us. Amber said, "Thank you for not saying anything bad about me. I'm used to people treating me like crap and lying just to get views on their channel. I appreciate it, truly. I hope you and your fiancé are doing good, happy for you. People want us to be against each other, but I'm not gonna do that. Life is way too short and we all have a list of problems we are dealing with. I'm sorry that's what people want from you." Well, after Amber sent these messages, she unsent them LMAO. I'm pretty sure she ended up seeing Destiny's Instagram Q&A and how she wasn't holding anything back and decided to retract her manipulative, nice message.
Let's see. Oh, one thing I want to mention before I get into this, when I said that Amberlynn and my mom got into an altercation, Amberlynn didn't hit my mom. She didn't get the chance, basically. I don't know if my mom like slapped her, did whatever to her, but Amberlynn just essentially fell to the floor and just took it. She talked about how we do a lot of date nights and stuff. I wouldn't really call it date nights. I would call it Amberlynn making a plan for the day and doing it. She said that her favorite date night, though, was to stay in bed and cuddle. We, 98% of the time, never did that.
Hey, I love you guys so much. I was curious, what's your, #1 date night? What do you guys like to do for date night?
So, for date night, we usually go out to eat. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. But I also really like when we stay home and we just cuddle in bed and watch movies. I love that so much. Just the simple life. You know what I'm saying?
At this point in time, that's when I had started to make a couple friends myself at work. And then I wrote this down when we were at PF Chang's. We all read our fortune cookies, and mine said, "New changes coming soon." And I put, i.e. dumping Amberlynn.
When I open a fortune cookie, I always have to, I feel like people are looking at me. I always have to ask a question. I don't know why. So this is about my weight loss journey and if I'll ever lose weight and be healthy. All right, ready? A challenge will bring forth your finest abilities. Come on.
Welcome the good change coming into your life soon.
Ooh.
Because at this point in time, things had been rocky for a little while. She started talking about having anxiety attacks at work. I only ever remember her having, I don't know, a couple times. It was not an everyday thing towards when she was quitting.
People are asking, what did I do at my government job and why did I quit my job? My government job, I was working for the VA. I would document, index, split, and separate veterans files, just tons of files. It was all through the computer. I would sit all day long, just constantly doing this. I had really long hours, 10 hours, 12 hour shifts. Sitting for 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day is not good for you. You can get blood clots, etc., etc. I started noticing that I was getting heart palpitations. My anxiety was through the roof at work. I was getting anxiety attacks. I would have to run to the bathroom. I would just sit in a stall and cry sometimes. And might I add you, they're very strict on bathroom time, which I understand because you're under production. You have to meet a certain quota and image. But my anxiety was really bad. And I started noticing that my feet was swelling really bad. My legs started swelling. My hands, I noticed I was puffier in the face. I started noticing I was cramping really bad from sitting 12 hours a day. I know a lot of people in the comments, I'm just gonna say it before you guys say it, a lot of people are like, well, what about cops? They're up and they're doing things all day. Firefighters, not everyone can do certain jobs. Like me, I can't be a firefighter. You watching this, you can't be a surgeon.
I didn't understand why she was quitting the job. She literally just, like I said, we went to the new building and she just was not having it. I don't know what it was. I think really she just didn't want to work. I think she just wanted to do the YouTube, and I said I thought the job would be perfect for her. It didn't require a lot of anything, and it was really easy money because she was good at it. It wasn't hard work, and it made good money, and you were just sitting. It wasn't strenuous. It wasn't nothing. I don't know.
Didn't feel right. I was in pain. When I went to the hospital that one time for my heart palpitations, the doctor told me someone my weight, I should not be sitting all day. I'm moving more now that I'm home than I did while I had my other job. A lot of people did ask me, Amberlynn, why didn't you just stand at work? Because I wasn't allowed to. It was very strict.
And she stated, I said that I was like, yeah, you need to quit. Just you do YouTube and stay home.
Destiny and I talked about it a lot. She really wanted me to quit because she knows that I can do YouTube. She knows I make money from YouTube.
I did not tell her that straight up. I told her that she's an adult and it's clearly her choice. She's grown. It's her choice. I shouldn't have a say in if she wants to keep her job or not. This says Amberlynn was not fired from her job. She just never went back. That's literally it. She literally had me take her home. We stayed home for a day, and then she literally just never came back. I know that our boss did call her and try to talk to her about like, oh, you know, like what's wrong? Why don't you want to stay? And she gave her a chance to like make up her mind, but she obviously made up her mind. After she quit, she really wanted me to, when I went on lunch, because we only got a 30-minute lunch, we got 2 15s and a 30. During lunch, she wanted me to sit in my car and call her and just talk to her on my 30 minutes. Like, it was like I had to, you know? I didn't have a choice. Like, I couldn't be like, oh, you know, actually I wanted to hang out with so-and-so during lunch, you know, whatever. No, that was not an option. I had friends that I wanted to hang out with, but Amberlynn only really wanted me to sit with either with Charla or be in my car and talk to her. That was literally it. Like, I could go on lunch with Charla. Me and her could talk. And I also put, at this point in time, Dana and I hadn't spoken since like before Thanksgiving. And then we still weren't talking at this point. Had not spoken since Thanksgiving. She started watching a video to herself and got emotional, blamed her weight gain on mental illnesses, which I mean, it is mental, but I don't know. She has the power to do so and she's just still not done it. You know, like obviously she's done it before. She just can't do it now. I don't understand. So the night that we broke up, I went on lunch, but I wanted to eat lunch with my friends. Literally just sit in the building of work at a table and sit with the friends I had made. It was literally 2 people. And Dana was not one of them. Amberlynn wanted me to call her, and I did lie to her. Okay, so I'll admit to that. I lied to her and said that they were doing announcements at lunch that were important, so I couldn't call her. Like, I had to stay in the building. But I only lied to her because if I told her, no, I'm going to sit with them, it would have been like this whole argument. It would have been this whole big deal. And I just didn't see the point. Like, why couldn't I just hang out with my friends? But to her, that was just such an issue. So Amberlynn texted Charla about these announcements, and of course Charla didn't know what she was talking about, so she said we didn't have any, and Amberlynn was going off on me. So she was going off. I didn't have time to argue with her. I had to put my stuff up and I had to go to work. I said the drive home was about 30 minutes, and you know, she called me. We were going off on each other, just screaming back and forth, and I was just tired of arguing with her and her trying to be so controlling, and I literally broke up with her, and then I hung up. I just refused to answer the phone, and she kept calling to the point I just turned it off. I came home and she tried just arguing with me some more, trying to figure everything out, and I basically just explained to her she wasn't changing. Like, we weren't clicking no more. Like, it was becoming more of a hassle in a relationship. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I knew it wasn't being with her. Finally just went to sleep. Did have to sleep in the same bed as her because that was a whole thing. On this day is when I changed all my social media. Like, I changed it all to single. I changed, like, took her out of my bio, changed my profile picture. I really was just done. I didn't want to fix it, and I knew she wouldn't change.
If you hate yourself, you're not going to care about yourself enough to want to better yourself. You're just going to keep going down the spiral negative path that you're going down. But if you love yourself, that means you care about yourself enough to change.
Like I said, she did still make me sleep in the bed with her. She blames it on her attachment issues and anxiety.
Why do you still share the same bed with her? A few questions about that. I have really bad anxiety. I have attachment issues. Destiny doesn't mind it. I guess it's not really up for anyone to like understand. That's just how we decided to do it. We have no problem with being friends that sleep in the same bed. A lot of people find that weird. It's whatever, in my opinion. I do want to be her friend and be able to, you know, do fun things and hang out with each other and watch movies and sleep in the fucking same bed.
I literally just gave in to sleeping in the bed with her just to not hear it. At this point in time, Dana had a boyfriend. Like, after me and Amberlynn broke up, it was literally like that night. It was one of the girls that I ate lunch with that I lied to Amberlynn about. We hung out that night, like I said, that we broke up, and Charlotte, and I don't know, like, I was like, oh, maybe I thought about just like messing around with this girl, basically. Not anything coming out of it. I just was like, I don't know, kind of like a rebound. I actually started trying to hang out with that other girl a lot and just basically trying to hook up with her. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that, but it was just like also keeping me away from Amberlynn. I was just like, I also just talked to her, kind of like confided in her. I saw on Facebook that Dana and her boyfriend had broke up. And I just casually texted her and we just were talking. We ended up talking all that night. How do you feel about me? Like, what are your feelings towards me, basically? I have admitted to emotionally cheating on Amberlynn.
You lied about Destiny cheating on you. I did not lie about Destiny cheating on me. The whole time, I did not think that she physically cheated on me. I did not think that she emotionally cheated on me. It wasn't until recently she finally was like, yeah, I did emotionally cheat. And that's when I had to be like, oh wow, okay, she did. That's not a lie. She finally told me that she did.
I didn't have like full-on feelings for Dana. Amberlynn even says like she read our text messages. There was nothing there. I don't know. Like, I just wanted to know her more. Like, we just clicked really well. And then she texted me back finally on like that 3rd day. And she said that she had feelings for me and had feelings for me since November, when her and I were like just friends. And that's why she quit talking to me. I told her I felt the same way though. I told her how I felt kind of in November, how like I really just wanted to get to know her better as a friend. And then like now we had the opportunity to be more than that. I said I kind of had thought about that before, but I was with Amberlynn. I think she might have had a boyfriend. And November was when it started getting really rocky for me and Amberlynn as well. So after we admitted to having some kind of feelings toward each other, we just started talking. We went on our first date on the 27th of January.
On January 13th, ironically enough, it was actually Friday the 13th, Destiny broke up with me.
Epic, you know, like I'll just stay the night, why not? As long as she was okay with it. And Amberlynn kept texting me, asking me when I was gonna be home, and I was like, just not responding. And I just stayed the night. And then things just progressed from there with Dana and I. You guys know how that went. I went home probably like after lunchtime on Sunday, and Amberlynn had me run her all around Lexington doing what she wanted to do. Charlotte started trying to start some drama between me and Amberlynn with Dana. Just like, she was just like spying on me, basically. She would just like text Amberlynn and be like, oh, this is what she's doing. But it literally, like, we broke up. It wasn't her business. I hope this clears some stuff up about y'all calling me a cheater and all this. And like I explained before, even though I was secretly talking to my ex, it wasn't in a way like that. It was like us friends talking. The only thing I'll admit to with Amberlynn is that I emotionally almost cheated on her emotionally. Like, it was in the back of my mind, but I didn't even try to act on it because I was with her.
Someone asked, why won't you tell us why Destiny broke up with you? Destiny broke up with me. It's her reasoning. It's not mine at all. This is not Destiny's channel. This is my channel. This has been my channel through now 2 relationships. This has been my channel for almost 4 years. It's very safe to say that if I was the one breaking up with her, then sure, I should share that with you guys. Why not? But this isn't Destiny's channel. This isn't where I should tell everything about her. There are things that I have said in the past with approval from her in these videos. As of right now, she doesn't feel comfortable sitting here and me telling the whole world exactly why she broke up with me. In a roundabout way, and the easiest way to say is she thinks that me and her should both work on each other. I should work on myself and she should work on herself. I definitely agree, because for me, I feel like a lot of time in a relationship, I become very in love. I become very caring for the other person, and I stop caring for myself. I stop loving myself because I am giving them so much love that I completely forget about myself. And I feel like in a way she's right. But when she first broke up with me, it was like, Destiny, why can't we work on ourselves together as a couple? And she just said it wasn't right for her. I need people to know that, like, mental things is scary. Like,
There are girls outside right now that are taking selfies in front of a rock wall.